in St. Thomas in Morant Bay, Washi was his good friend, Yeah?
Mm.
And that's the same, they come up the same way. Yeah? Come up from nothing and made themselves. Never
Yeah.
involved in any nonsense like certain people who used to be peddlers and pushers of the white lady in St. Thomas.
Right.
Yeah?
Right.
So I really want to commend him. But what he said about a certain man with the onion importation,
Right.
yeah, it is a fact.
What? Right.
It is a fact.
But the way OM say it, I would have to think it's a fact because him say make him come sue me. Say Jesus.
There is a registry for importers in Jamaica. When you apply for a permit to
Right.
import, you have to go through the Ministry of Agriculture. In some
Mm.
instances, now you go through JACRA for certain commodities.
Right.
But he would have had to make a public application for the permits.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's
Right.
not lying. So imagine you serve a constituency that the largest production is in onion. Yeah, the
Yeah.
the agro park there was built by Raja Clark, built by PNP by the way, Yeah, that they're growing the onions in. Remember, it's Raja Clark built that agro
Yes,
park,
man. Yes, man.
Duffus House they call it.
God rest
Yes,
him soul, man. Raja Clark, the
God rest
best
Raja. So Raja
agricultural
Clark
minister ever.
built built it. So that was a Porsche Simpson Miller gift to the people of St. Thomas. 'Cause it was built under Porsche time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and they built that so that they could reduce the importation of onion. Under PNP, remind your listeners, under PNP there was 98% sufficiency in onion.
Wow.
You hear what I said?
Wow.
Let me remind you and your listeners, 98. You can go check the
98?
statistics. Google it. Google it.
Damn. That's
When
crazy.
Raja Clark was Minister of Agriculture during 2012 and he died in 2014,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
early 2014, there was almost 98% sufficiency in onion. You can check it. The information was there. Why was that so? Because Duffus House, the other agro parks in Clarendon, and in St Elizabeth and Manchester, those were doing onions as well.
Oh. Okay.
So we had that for a period of time, and there was a schedule in how they were planting. So you never had the glut on the market because one agro park would go into this period, the other one go into this period, so it would cover the entire country. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, yeah, you still have it, but they're not doing a good job. The agro investment corporation, AIC, they call them. Yeah. So they're not guiding the farmers. But when you have an MP who would really go import onion and know that's the largest thing in his constituency, the man wicked man.
Brother, that man there wicked at Andrew on this, bro.
No, remember this man. Let me tell you something about this man. This man can't travel go to the United States. Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Ask him if him get back him visa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Him
wow.
and the one in West Portland are buddies them. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I tell you, what a tangle
No.
web we weave.
Bolo, so let me tell you how serious this thing be, bro. And I want to commend you. Trust me, I've been listening for a long time. Right? I want to commend you, brother. You're doing a very good job. I tell the people, everybody have their style. Whether it's Hot Topic, whether it's Mystic, whether it is Andre, whether it is Ratigan, Wayne Lonesome, Jeffrey Tavares. Everybody have their own style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And the way in which you deliver the message, I really really appreciate it because nobody can accuse you of propaganda. You have clips to show.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, we love the clips them. We can't have police to them. I can't take a lawsuit to them, my friend. I tell you right
But is
now.
it like us? Like we know when we talk, we're not
Yeah,
afraid because we know same like that, and I'm referring back to the candidate because when you're speaking the truth, you can't be afraid to speak it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, and you
I
can't have
can,
no
I
fear
can,
in.
I can, I can. I can tell when somebody's telling the truth.
Yeah, man, you could feel it that he had a
Yes,
burden for
man.
St. Thomas. And
Yes.
remember, this man was the mayor of St. Thomas just the other day and then got vote and elect a stupid idiot because the money was brought in. People must understand what is happening in St. Thomas. The same thing that is happening in Portland is happening in St. Thomas. St.
Oh,
Thomas is the last gem left in the country.
mighty
Yeah?
God.
St.
So
Thomas is
them
the
want
last
is
gem.
basically gentrification are going then.
Is so what they want to do is to take over St. Thomas. What they're doing is an economic hit in St. Thomas. Yeah? They're trying to keep it poor, right? Come in, buy out all the resources, right? Remember the highway improvement in St. Thomas, even though the highway on patrol will
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. You know good.
Because it was never done properly.
Mm.
But the roads have opened up in St. Thomas in somewhat. Yeah, and that was a Porsche plan and they never implemented properly. Yeah?
Right.
Because they were supposed to do the offshoot roads as well in some of the larger communities. So you could have full connection to the road. But when you look at it, it is increasing the property value in St. Thomas. So
Mm.
what is happening? The next landgrab happening now in Jamaica is happening in St. Thomas from these guys. James, let me say it with no apology. This man who is running for the JLP in St. Thomas is what Darrell Vaz is to West Portland and East Portland. Yeah?
Oh.
He believes he owns St. Thomas. Yeah?
I say my move.
Saying,
But
yeah,
how it how we not understand why he would have he sorry, I don't
you must
understand why
understand now. Let me
I
tell you,
don't
let
even
me explain
understand
who
why he
he
could have
is.
that mentality because
Let me give
the
you a history of
individual
him.
that's running against him, the man come from St.
Uh-huh.
Thomas and the man just outlines
The
everybody
two
in
of
my
them
family
come
and
from
friend.
St. Thomas.
Oh,
The
two of
two
them.
of them come from St. James is from St.
Oh.
Thomas.
Oh.
Right? But
Mm.
James, let's just be real. This guy is a boy who grew up, have everything we want in a life. Remember, his father had money. Yeah?
Okay.
His father had money, and then his family was also big coffee owners. So he have a whole lot of land up in the same Cedar Valley. He's related to a prominent politician in Jamaica, from the PNP.
Man, oh man.
Yeah? Yeah. Well, me not afraid to say it. Him and Paul Burke are a family. Yeah?
Yeah.
And yeah, so really and truly, James wanted to run the seat for PNP from Anthony Hilton was there. But him never, PNP could accept him because from long time, he has always had this bad behavior. James believe him is a bad man, Yeah? Him
But
like to bad up, yeah, him like to bad up people. Remember now, the same man we can't travel. In 2009, during the era of Bruce Golding, he was under investigation, major investigation, right, for incidences of violence in St. Thomas.
what?
Affidavits were brought to Miami, and I'm going to send you the article right as we come off the phone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Affid- affidavits were brought, and this is not alleged information because it was published during the time. Yeah, there were affidavits which persons were going to the United States seeking remember when you're seeking asylum, you have to say
Mm-hmm.
the reason you're seeking asylum, yeah?
Yes.
And there were persons who were saying that they felt threatened by him. There was a lawyer named Mr. Rowe, yeah? From David Rowe, yeah? He used to come and the ear with Lambert Brown and everybody and would tell people how dangerous this guy is because of the cases you'd have had to file for clients fleeing from St. Thomas.
Mm-mm.
So when you hear the mayor talk, the mayor that's why he can't do nothing because the general public don't know him because when him come out him behave like him is this nice coach, nice, well dressed to put together businessman.
Right.
The
Wolf
same
in a
the
sheep
only
clothing.
the only one with difference with him and the other one, the one Portland more out in the public. Yeah? But
Okay.
he moves very silent. Because from he used to be big and brave, but from the Americans take away him visa, him stop make nice. The man,
You said
let
that
me
one
let me
they
reveal something.
that one they cool him.
Him and a prominent minister, right? Bought a house together, yeah. And in Miami during their time when they were in government in 2007, right? Between that era, but it was around 2009. The same time him buy the house, at the same time him lose him rights to go.
My goodness.
So he
Uh,
has never seen the house that he purchased.
that's
Eh?
wild.
Right
Himself
in Miami.
himself no.
No, so I really, as I go, because I know I don't want to hold up the program the whole night.
Alright.
But
One
I
thing you
want,
always get some fresh detailed info and so you
yeah,
kinda
man, when you're
you
dealing with
kinda
these
have more
guys,
leverage on the program.
thank you, teacher,
You
thank you,
understand
thank
what
you.
I'm
You see,
saying?
yeah, man. You see, when you're dealing with these guys, because the thing is, and let me tell you why I'm convinced Herbert Williams is going to win, and what people have to understand that's happening in Jamaica. This election is not about who is going to be prime minister. This election is who wants to control the economic order of Jamaica to ensure people stay poor. Yeah? And the people
Mm,
of Jamaica have to choose who they trust to transfer the wealth of Jamaica to them. Whether them trust Master 28 or they trust Mark Golin, who has shown a proven track record that him can deliver. Yeah?
right.
The JLP is not running back because the JLP wants to serve the country. Now they are running back to protect their loot. When
Yeah.
you see when a man is thieving, right? And the first thing him a do, if him have nothing hide, him thief and him hide it way, him going to come back to the crime or the scene of the crime eventually because of them hide him loot. They want to come back into garden house to cover up what they have looted.
Why?
There's a lot, brother. When you look at the amount of Jamaica should not be in the position, and I am not afraid to say I support the PNP, but it is not that I hate the JLP. I have friends in the JLP, but what they have done to Jamaica over the last 9 years, it has retarded the country,
Mm,
and people have to look objectively. It's not about just because partisan politics,
right,
yeah,
right,
because partisan politics has never helped Jamaica, to be honest. Yeah,
right.
it has never helped Jamaica. But the major problem that Jamaica faces now, and this is what the people have to think about: a crisis in leadership. Jamaica should not be in the position that we're in. The people of Jamaica suffered. Work with Sister P in 2012 to 2016 to make sure the economy could be a bit balanced, Yeah. Now that the people should be reaping the rewards, it's the JLP and them close friends who have been reaping the rewards. And that is what is creating the problem in Jamaica. The housing thing is the next one. Look at how Mark Golding plans for housing. Every person in Jamaica needs to listen what Mark Golding is talking about housing. Under this JLP administration, if they are allowed to lead, you will never, mark my word, as a young person, be able to own a house in Jamaica.
I believe that.
Never.
I strongly believe that. I strongly
Because they
believe that.
have monopolized. This is the same thing him tell about the
Yeah,
onion.
they have
This,
they
the
have
housing.
the housing industry, the
Yeah, they
real
have
estate.
monopolized it. They
Yeah,
have monopolized it and also monopolized it as well, meaning in terms of monopoly,
right.
meaning couple companies are operating under their own franchise.
Hmm.
Because they have driven up the price of real estate in Jamaica artificially. When you look at a 2 bedroom in Kingston, selling for $35 million, these people sick in them head.
Yeah, that's crazy. 35 million.
Yeah.
35. Yo, that's crazy for real, bro. You don't really think about it. I mean, and it has happened in the last 10 years.
Yes, because they are the developers. When a woman can be building up how much apartments up a lease
800
flat
odd, and you
and
know,
can't tell you where the money come from.
and
Yeah?
in that situation, Rattigan really brought down everything about that situation in
Yeah,
his program. And
that's where the money. That's where they can't tell you where the grants. Jamaica has got the most monies as a Caribbean country during the COVID. Yeah, we
where's all
got
that money?
they can't tell you where the COVID money has gone.
Mm,
And then look
mm,
people to tell them the only third term Andrew Holness and him friend them should get is prison term. Yeah? There should be no third term for them because what they have done have really did mash up the economy.
yeah.
And all I can say, brother, keep up the good work, right? Because you're doing an amazing work, man. Trust me, you really, as I say, everybody have the style, yeah. And I respect your
Respect, man.
style because with the visual learners, they learn. They can't say them not see it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
So,
man. So all the best, man, and keep
bless
up
up,
the good
brother.
work.
All right.
Cool, cool,
Come on.
cool.
Come on, class prefect, head boy, always insightful. I mean, when you know, you know. A lot of the things he said to me, I mean, I listen. I don't know of them, but I listen. I'm the type, when I see the things happening, I go, oh, that's what he was talking about. That's what I do. It's when I see the evidence come out and it all bursts up. They say, say, Edward, they tell me, say, such and such and such. And the pieces of the puzzle start to come together. So you have to appreciate, it is what it is in the world that we live in. You have some people that is in the know that actually have connections, and you have people that don't have connections. I am well within my boundaries of what I know and don't know. And that's a lot of things I don't know. This is all new to me. This whole political landscape, even some of the historical details, it's all new to me. It's all new to me. All new to me. Trust me. So I really appreciate Edward's contribution to the show there. Yes, yes.